that helps get people to Planned Parenthoods in Texas, right?
This foundation was, I mean, this particular fundraiser was literally for women in Texas. They had gotten down to only 5 open abortion clinics. Of course, it's like much worse now even. But, you know, Texas is huge. So we were just raising money to literally, like, give women in Texas so they could afford a babysitter so they can drive 12 hours to get an affordable mammogram or an abortion or a pap smear or whatever. And there were protesters outside, you know, Right to Life people. And I just say, when I talk about it, that I'm not gonna shit on them because they think differently than me. We're the same. I'm the product of how I was raised. I happen to be raised by a couple bleeding heart liberal Democrat Jews, and now I am one. And I'd love to think I'd get there on my own, but probably not. And if I was raised by their parents, I'd be out there, you know? And there was like a 9-year-old girl there with a huge sign. Abortion is bloody murder. And the bloody was like dripping down. And that's when I realized, like, oh yeah, they had to like go to Michael's or Blick's today and buy crafts.
But people who are raised like that, you can't blame them for thinking like that. You know, that's the thing. You're absolutely right. You find yourself so far apart with these differences, and actually it's like, oh, we both were raised by parents who loved us and taught us what they believed in, and now we believe that.
And I'm in awe of people like you who are not necessarily the product of how
my mom didn't even know when there was an election. She didn't vote. She was just happy to be in the country because she was from Germany, and it was kind of like, she came over after the war. My dad talked about politics nonstop, but never voted. So all he did was bitch and moan about it. I feel like he's somebody who would vote for Donald Trump just to be a fucking asshole, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's that kind of person who talks about it all the time, but never is active and never helps anybody or does anything about it. So, yeah, I'd like to think...
So how did you become you?
I saw my parents and I was like, I cannot end up like that. I was just like, this is not gonna... I don't like this house. I don't like the way you live. I don't like your bank account. I don't like your lifestyle. And plus, they didn't drink, so...